Demigod, select line settings, high interference, psychology location of channel opera streamlines, allocate position of timeline settings, open all track setting interference, install this location direct locations. The channel person streamlines is really understand the recognition location of time setting. Now, in set locations, I have one channel opera streamlines. Right? After class, I have to leave because I got to check out and go back to set location. But it's amazing how we do these things, right? Wherever you go is not a coincidence. There's a reason why you're there. There's a reason why you're staying. You have to recognize these communication cycles because it's all connected to mind adaptation of its alteration location state settings. So stream set locations and high channel operating stream locations comes into channel operating streamlines. So 42 light stream interference, we're going to come into all set locations, into all calculated streamlines, into two pillars of communication. Okay, so this is a waving cycle line centers Antarctic location setting. Okay, recognition line centers is circle line rotation interference. Set correlation system locations to the moon setting. Sun comes into the moon comes into set lines into triangulation position line directions. Center calculations high center into water sequence location. All levels of channel to a UFO setting. Comes in set location to scan lines into ground lines, center rotations, and ripples, effects, and communication cyclones inside generation stream set locations. Right? High generation stream in. The energy line center septic line stream sets line position location directions. Rechanneling operator streamlines opens all communications. Right? So it's very powerful when you set locations higher level of channels. The allocate timelines is seconds, come into seconds locations, seconds equal locations per channel. Channel line center opens all position location near data setting. Recognition timelines in position location all levels. Seconds per channel. Now the operation set location, operation line setting. Okay, this opens all signals and locations to set lines. Okay, seconds per channel through operation location is the umbrella. Okay, central communication, equal line conditions, satellites to teleportation. All right, central standard time. Okay, it's all set locations. Now this is where it comes into high center interference. The channel comes into two panels of operation line setting. Okay, setting correlation system. Position line settings of communication to its hemisphere, hemisync line setting, into systematic line rotations, back forces, triangles, and set line in a rotation setting. Setting communications into its pi, recognition of time setting. This opens up the equal line centers of the Merkaba in positions of up and positions of down signal and set location into your perception of line setting. It opens up another dimensional wormhole and set locations, higher levels of channel of operation streamlines. That sets line communications into the positions of the atom lines. This positions, if it's new, the connections to all level calculation setting, to neutralize setting, to energy of its level location. The central standard time sets line of its operation that opens all position locations to its crevice of its line signals. Now, setting communication is truly powerful stuff when you come to correlation. We set up more formulas each day. Each day sets line signals. Come into the second line setting, you guys have to recognize locations of 0 equals 9 and 9 equals 0 location. Okay? Crossing signals into position locations into a window setting. Okay? Window setting in 48 set locations. Okay? Channels its line signal. Okay, there's 48. All right, you got 72 in the center line. Okay, now that's a computer adaptation cycle. See that computer set? Setting communications, higher levels of ground settings in position locations in all levels of settings. It opens all position of graph lines and set locations, higher position line directions into all calculation. All right. Recognition set lines is all levels of seconds, second line communications to its higher self to equal line center locations, high center locations in the communication system. Intercon line settings, intercon, okay, intercon calculation setting, operation into 9 sequence, okay. Center calculation streamlines goes into higher levels of graph stream locations, into higher position line directions, and travels the recognition of time sequence, okay. The recognition line setting high rises position locations and going forward in set locations into higher communications into box line setting. Okay. Box line setting comes in position location as center operating streamline position in 3 triangle locations. Setting communication line center comes into its triangulation of position of interface line setting. Recognition of time sequence comes into all levels of zero gravity into one ground setting and a circle line in rotation to security line setting. That rotates its position locations of footsteps, sets lines of communication setting in rotations to its box position of its 48 channel and bracket location. Okay, so as you're stepping in set locations, this is you, and allocate time. Yeah, this is you in a hologram structure. That's you. Right? That's you right there. Can you see yourself? Location right there. Stepping. It's like leapfrogging. Right? Recognition line setting. Jumping from here, 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 and center communication. Okay. So this is how we change the seconds in line setting into 3 panels of operation streams. This is where it comes into the link and chain. Okay, the correlation system changes position of directions to set lines of communication to levels of track location. Okay, now it gets really interesting when you go into the second line channel. The second line channel opens all position locations, symbiotic, line center, symbolism, setting correlation settings, puts you in correlation setting locations into the demigods. Now, the demigods set line circles in position locations. They set up line connections of pillars of light in high position location of direct light system. See how they set it up? Setting correlation line centers sets up panels in correlation system on a different angle set location. Okay. Recognition line setting opens all communications. Now, the demigods comes into the Arctic cycle. That's the Antarctic line stream, setting position location at levels. XD1000 below the set line condition and set location setting. Reviving communication setting in rotation interference, setting communications free in all set location. Zep, zap, zoom, right to the moon setting in locations. All right. That's done through equation. All right through the moon setting. All right. Understand and recognition line settings, temperature reading locations, Antarctic location setting. So the correlation system is below temperature, setting locations. So the setting communication interference really recognized communication of its pi set in position of space, in position of time, split its line setting in position through its flux capacitor. Setting course line channels, the higher communication system in 3-track line settings and rotation setting in its interference. So recognition time setting opens all correlation settings. So it's important to understand how to use the seconds, minutes, and the hours of the day line center interference. This opens all communication setting rotations. Setting communications is all as a channel operation. Now, once you get in the operation cycles, it sets communications. So you go into 0 to 9. Okay. Today we're going to be in the 6 line setting. Okay, we got bracket interference position location, 0 gravity set, umbrella line center in flux capacitor communication cycle. All right, so 9 comes in position locations of 9, and set location of 0, sets position location of 0, and then we add line centers of 9 to 1 set. 1 sets a new position locations, equal line conditions of 3, 0 in position of 1 bracket location, which is 1 channel of operation. Okay, so once you understand the stream sets line setting, the flux capacitor line communications, see, electrical light setting, right? Sets up a new ground, rotation cycles, and high generous and streamlines and circular interference and set rotations and position locations. Now, once it comes in line setting, it comes in all position locations from here to setting calculations. Circle dot set location. See that? As it comes to set location, it comes down this way and it comes across this way location. Right? Merges in cycle lines, settles, and set locations into half pipes in 4-line sequence locations. Now that 4-line sequence location comes into the sun of operation and set location, right? As the moon comes in, position location here comes into a high-rise kaleidoscope in location of travel. Setting correlation system, you look really close, you can see it's moving. See it moving? You see it moving? You see the realms? You see it moving? You should see it moving. All right, so moving through central communication setting is a rotation spin cycle. That's opening higher level division locations into all levels into a hemisync and set line setting. The rotation spin cycle operates the cycle line and high line rotation into the psychosis location of channel of nanotechnology location. Right? Higher position location of security lines and high position location of all levels of travel location. Set location. That's done. All right, setting communication all levels. Now, when you come into cyclone settings, you come into the demigod circle. The demigod circle is the Arctic wave setting. The Arctic wave line center in position locations into 98% lines in position location into 108 in its perception locations, right? 98 to 108. Temperature reading locations and set lines. High line division, 3 set locations into platitude division. The rotation spin cycles comes into its own flux capacitor, heat measure calculation setting, in 98% line in 108 location. Now, setting communication comes into position location to higher setting. That rotates its cycles and high center interference. This puts in position locations into a compressor that sets line position to realm calculations in 3 waving cycles and set line communication cycle lines. That opens all channel operators streamlines in position locations into higher communications into your pyramid of activation stream sets. That opens all communication into your diamond core line setting to a new graph line setting and rotation interference of a new arch way in position location of direction. That opens all channel operation line setting into position locations. So it comes into all levels of a lighthouse. The lighthouse goes around scaling set lines in 2 panels, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 line channels of operation stream locations. Allocate position locations, rocks and set location settings, high center generation streamlines, and high line interference. Setting communication program locations comes into another panel operation streamlines in a dimensional realm of correlation. Setting communication setting and high line interference location opens all channel of operation 98% in 108 line setting and rotation interference and position location program setting. Allocate position of timelines. Okay. That's done through equation. So setting signals and high generation stream sets. Now we come into the seconds location setting. All right, so we come into the 0 equal locations of 9. 9 equals locations of 0. Equal locations in set locations of 9. All right, so you got 0 equal 9, equal 0, equal 9. So the 0 line, center line position locations comes in a higher level sound. You got position of 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 umbrellas into 4 satellite locations. Now you take the 4 satellites and set locations into north, west, south, and east, sending correlation. Sending communication, another UFO comes in set location, another UFO comes in set location. So you got 4 UFO line settings and scan locations. All levels of set lines and high division locations in a correlation system position of panel. That opens all position locations to a higher level communication cycle and set location. Setting communication line center locations and position locations, systematic line center, systematic line interference, and symbolism position location is the septic line setting and operation set location, high center interference of 0 gravity interference location and calculation line setting. In position location 9 equals 0, 0 equals 9 line interference, position location all levels of seconds, minutes, hours, location of the day. Setting correlation setting sets position location of directions. So taking line center line interference takes you out of position locations into 4 channels of operation streamlines of correlation system. Okay? The rotation spin cycle sets line division. Okay, so you got half line communication. This is the earth line setting, right? It's already in a metaphysical line connection position. There's the earth. That's the earth right there. That's the earth right there. The earth is setting on 2 crevice line streams. The set locations comes into 1 line setting, into 3 line positions, into 4 line positions, into 5 line positions, into 6, into 7, into 8. It's an 8 central communication cycles. Setting calculation into 8 line setting. Systematic location of 8, systematic location of 8, systematic location of 8, systematic location of 8. 8 position locations of 0 in position operation, triangulations, 0 line rotations. 9 line center sets position, 0 line position over here, 0 line position over here, 9 position location over here, all in correlation system. Now that's done through equation. Setting correlation settings is high center interference like position location of direct line setting. Open all communication cyclones. Now setting communication of galaxy setting rotation, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 galaxy set lines. Okay, dot, 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 dot. Position locations of 4 line channels in a theta calculation streamline. Now that sets positions into 3 weather patterns, into 3 line position locations, all levels of travel setting, setting communication higher levels of travel locations into 3 box locations. That's done. Setting communication settings in all opposition locations into 0. Equal line conditions of 9. So 9 comes into center calculations 9, 9, 9, 9. Northwest, south, and east. Location setting. Once you allocate position of 9, 9 becomes 12. 9 becomes all position locations of 13. 13 comes into equal locations of all levels. 9 equals 13. 13 comes into 14. 14 comes into 36. 36 comes into set locations into your fields of operation. Setting calculation streamlines comes to all calculation setting. 12 equals 12 equals 12 equals 12. 12, 24, 36, line setting, and rotation setting locations. That's done through equation. Setting communication setting in high interference is setting position, location, directions. This is where we come into the Arctic cycle, high center rotation, in position locations, all levels, into water interference. Water interference is set lines. The rotation spin cycle goes in the opposite cycle line setting. It sets up the atom rotations in the opposite circle. Comes in communication, waving central line conditions. So we got the communication line settings into all rotation setting into 3 line positions. 3 communication setting and rotation interference and position locations of patterns. Allocate timelines and high sequence high line rotation interference and position locations to your earth perception line conditions and position location directions. There's the earth line setting. Holographic streamline center rotations into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 sets and set lines and equal line conditions of 12, line position locations, equal line conditions, high center interference, and position locations of 7 locations. 7 calculation streamlines puts position location directions. 7 sets in the center line interference, equal locations of 12. 12 sets line position location into all level calculations in 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 line setting, equal line conditions into all line position location near 12 DNA, set locations, high setting. That's done through equation. So interlocking setting locations. Now, when you're interlocking setting, you have to be very cautious in what you're doing with the correlation. Now, the second set locations, you have your higher self. So, okay, I'm saying higher self now because that's where the team is set in. So there's your higher self location, right? So as it's traveling line setting interference, it's creating another round circle location is set lines in communication. As it's going through communications, it's going through an observation set locations into a holodeck line stream into 3 communication cycles. Setting communication of travel sets position locations all levels into center lines and high interference position locations, higher channels. Operation streamlines come in position locations into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Throw pattern, high line, center, high rotation positions into 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 line centers of graph streamline center interference. So we got 0 line position, 0, 0, 0, 0. We got 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. We got 3 line setting in position locations, 4 generation lights, 5 in heart recognition timelines, 6 in position 7. We get back into 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 11, and then 12. 12 sets line positions, 4 over 5, 5 over 6, 0 over 1, 1 over 2, 1 over 3, 0 over 12, 0 over 1, 0 over 9, 9 over 8, 8 over 7, 6 over 5, and 5 over 3. Setting correlation. That's done through equation. Setting communication cyclones and set lines in high division location position line directions is putting line settings. Yes, overlays of clocking. So coming to communication is all over the timeline setting. So now you're in position locations of clock line settings into 6 line settings into days equal locations. Congratulations. We are done. We're at 6 days now. So you're no longer on a 7-day window. You're on a 6-day location. Flux fast position location has 6 lines. Okay? Ooh, wow. And that's how you do it. That's how it's done. So you're on a 6-day window. Okay, so each day you're going to set locations into 6 lines, into 5, into 4, into 3, into 2, into 1. Once we get you into 1 line setting, that opens all position locations, all levels. So 1 equal location of 9, 9 equals line center location of 12, line conditions to your DNA track setting. Indirect locations, high setting interference, set location. Done through equation. All right? And I did that location in less than 20 minutes. That's it. Sending flash drives to the team, yeah. So we're on 6-day line signals. Okay. So you're not in 7-day anymore, you're on a 6-day. So the correlation system sets position directions. Now you're in a 3 million track setting. That's going to put you in a 6 million circles and 9 million line settings into Mach locations in 1 setting. 0 gravity sets location into your meta set line settings, puts you in the elliptical channel. Now, elliptical channel is set location of a division. Setting communications to put you back in set lines and high interference. The balanced communication is all about your recognition time setting. So bracket locations, you got 0, 0, 0, 3-line setting location of 0, 0, setting locations, all right? Now, you come in set locations into set lines at 0, you come into 1, 1, 1, 1. Order communication 1, 1 into 1, 1, okay? Setting calculation streamlines, you come into 2 line position. 2 comes into all levels of portal calculations at 1, 1, 1, 1. That comes into space. That comes into time. The center communication is at 6. Now, the 6-line center sets position locations into a portal communication setting. That opens up a Fibonacci sequence and set locations into 2 spot lines into position of a flux capacitor into velocity location. The velocity line center line interference locations comes into 3, right? So time sequencing times pi correlation setting sets position location of directions into levels of channel operator streamlines in security of a higher line position and direction. That's done through equation. Ooh, wow. All right. Recognizing what you're doing is extremely powerful when it comes into formula location of travel setting. All right, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you got 6 now. 7 is gone. 6-line settings in today's location. All right. Good job. Positive rate, yeah. Yeah, remember, guys, we don't have a Zoom today, okay? Because I got to check out at 12, so I got to get ready. But I just wanted to show you how powerful we just finished doing set locations all through your travel settings. Okay, so I'm just going to go down the list, and then we're going to end the sequence locations of patterns and set locations. We will continue this in set locations into school up to more line setting. Okay, thumbs up. All right, Johnny calculations, all levels of airbender position locations of Cami, and let's say Madeline, set line centers, Heather, Sam calculations, Gypsy, all levels, stage structures, Laura, JP, you need to do your test line setting. Let's see, set locations, Tina, you need to change your set locations. Let's see here, Gemrocks, Laura. Okay, Guardian, Johnny. Knowing exactly what you guys are doing through capacity settings, it really gets you in position line directions, right? Especially when you come into your number series locations. All levels of channel operator streamlines, crop circle lines, and interference are called wavelength locations. So Jill, set locations, realigning signal core to specific ops of higher signals, transformation on grays on deck. Wow. Makes sense, doesn't it, Gypsy? Yeah. Popping with umbrella, circling rotations of NESW, northeast, southwest. Very good. Yeah, it is amazing. It's amazing from locations. Heather's coming in a mega code setting, which is good. Let's see here. Sweating. Yep, you'll be sweating. Fires feel like it's, yep. Well, that's the correlation setting interference. Once we release position locations into your 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we can start living the cycles and position location of its meta universe locations into your set lines of elliptical setting. Once we get in your elliptical setting line interference, we get in your position locations to all levels to your simulation of your hologram structure location. All right, commander set lines. Michaela, you got to do the test. If you want to be up in hindline center interference, setting communication on levels of high setting. So it's amazing what we just finished doing, guys. And what you want to recognize communication setting interference, the more you understand the seconds, the more you understand your avatar travel locations or anything location to higher self. Right? So in set locations, I'm going to connect line center interference locations to the higher self now, because that's what you guys are coming into. The fortitude light stream interference line comes in this position locations. What's above, what's below set locations in set line setting. Okay? It's what's in the center operation of you is yin and yang. It's getting that process understand how to go through the portals of calculation streams, setting communications to all levels in positional travels to set locations in your position line direction. That's all it is. That's all this is. Understanding the grounds, understanding the angelics, and understanding the magnetic highway of information cycle that sets position locations into your electronic cube setting location, which is your microchips or your nanochips line setting, into waves of cycles and high center interference of data stream in the line position locations into your spectrum communication cyclones, cycle line center interference, and positional program locations in high channel operator streamlines. Very powerful, right? Coming into your own network setting. Okay. So you have to recognize exactly how to do these things through its equation locations. Understand your formulas are here, not here. Okay. This is just structure. You get the structure is here now. The mind adaptation, the alteration line setting is out of super consciousness. You guys are in a meta consciousness line setting, stream location, hologram streamlines. Understanding recognition locations into 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Setting locations, high setting locations into 0, 0, 0. In communication setting into 0, 0, 0, and one location. Okay. Everything has a file. It's recognition location of 0, 0, 0, 0. So that's 4 line settings, right? Recognition line setting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 line setting, right? So 6 locations equals 8 line centers of 4. 4 brackets is line position locations in line center locations into 4 0 locations. Setting calculations into high setting, equal line connections into your 7-digit number location. Okay, it's very complicated, but what you do is all have to do is come back to line center line interference into one number position. Right? Get you guys in one number position locations. We come in a galaxy setting and all line rotations to your eye receptor location setting location settings. Okay? So there's a lot to understand and there's a lot of confusion. But the confusion sets you straight in all ways and cycles. In the cyclone setting in position direct location opens all levels of you through channel versus stream locations. All right. So we just finished having the test. Whoever hasn't taken the test, they're welcome to take the test when I get back. Other than that, we have another test coming up on Monday to get you guys in your position locations of 11, 12, and 13. The 11 line setting is solar system. 12 is your country setting locations in your divine setting. This is where you come into the schematic line center interference, overlooking locations into a bird's eye view looking down. Setting correlation system and position location is 13, which is your higher self for the very first time. Higher self has to recognize the alignments of you of your tracker systems that are open. And what you get in your higher self, in your 12 DNA track interference, you finally get in your position locations to understand your timelines of your avatar stream location. Okay? And then from that formation line settings, we go to higher levels. Okay, so you start off the higher self, you go into your avatar, and then you go into computer, and then you go into your simulation, and then you go into your mainframe, and once you get in that line setting, you come into your hardware locations to your software. Simulation, computer operation setting. Okay, good job, everyone. Fantastic how you guys are connected to all levels of each other. Your telepathy's off the charts. That's fantastic. See locations, all right? So, adios. Bon voyage. Take it easy. See you guys soon. See you on the flip side. Adios.